What's up, guys? So coronavirus still messing with our ability to train. Actually, if you're like myself, I'm in Allegheny County. A lot of you guys woke up today and you're actually under a stay-at-home order, which means that unless it's for a essential purpose, you're completely discouraged from leaving your house. So hopefully you guys are following that, minimize the spread of this virus. Let's get through this so we can all get back to some normalcy, get back to work, and get back to doing the things that we love to do, okay? But again, no excuses. We're still gonna find ways to train. I'm trying to give you guys some creative ways that you can keep moving while you guys are kind of stuck at home. So today, we're gonna do some solo wall drills. Again, I know this isn't ideal, but again, I'm gonna assume that a lot of you guys, you're stuck at home, you don't have a training partner, you're thirsty to train, and trying to give you guys some options to make sure that you can keep moving, okay? We're gonna do some solo drills today. A lot of the stuff that we do today, a lot of the concepts are very similar to the fundamental positions that I showed in a couple earlier videos. So if you hadn't had a chance to see those, please real quick, go check those out and then come back because we're gonna apply a lot of those concepts to these techniques today. So, make some space, clear some stuff out of the room, find yourself an empty wall where you have a little bit of space and a little bit of opportunity to apply these. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be against the wall, and I wanna make sure I have a good distance, meaning I'm not too close to the wall where I start to feel a little bit jammed up, and not so far away that is difficult. I don't have a good contact point here, can't really lift my hips to get that mobility. So the best way to do that is just to drill this, and that's gonna be kind of a feel thing. As you do this, you're gonna feel what's comfortable as far as where my distance is, okay? So to begin, all we're gonna do is just to get comfortable with this position. Feet are on the wall. I want kind of sticky feet here. The balls of my feet are gonna be in contact with the wall. We're just basically simulating if my partner was standing in front of me and my feet are on their hips. So you have to kind of picture that, okay? So from here, what I want to do is I just want to lift my hips off the mat a little bit, okay? So I'm kind of putting my weight on my upper back and my shoulders. And what that does is it makes my hips light so that I can move my hips back and forth. So there's less surface area on the mat, which if I have a lot of that lateral movement, it makes it a lot more difficult. So there's less surface area on the mat, easier to be mobile with my hips. So feet on the wall, hips are up, and all we're gonna do is, and again, hands, always tight, always framing, preparing to frame, preparing to block, whatever might be coming towards me. And I'm just gonna shrink my hips out, back. And we just kind of get very comfortable with this motion. Rather simple stuff. And again, just try to play with your distance as you're doing this. If you find yourself scooting back, make sure you're trying to keep your butt, your hips close to the wall. Our second option from here, what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna do the same thing, but just with one foot in contact with the wall. So my foot that's closest to you, my left foot, that's gonna stay on the wall. My right leg, I'm gonna bring that underneath. I'm moving my leg out so I can see you. My hands, we're just gonna post to the wall. Okay, so we're gonna call it like a wall touch drill. So we tap the wall, just as a reference, good frame here. From there, my right leg is gonna come back underneath, and we reset. Inside leg now, my left leg comes under, my head's gonna go towards the wall, shrimp away. We tap, realign. Right away, opposite leg comes under, tap, realign. Tap, tap. So get very comfortable with that, just that kind of, that hip mobility. Again, I know it's just a drill, but when we're live with a partner, to be able to do that is gonna be just kind of paramount, okay? So our next option is basically gonna be the drill that we did. My wife helped me out last video. It's just our very basic fundamental guard recovery drill. So again, if you haven't seen that yet, please go back and check that one out. But we're gonna start out, same thing, feet on the wall, simulating like my feet are on the hips. We're gonna assume my partner throws my legs to the side. My feet are gonna come in contact with the mat. Now, again, I don't wanna just bring my feet up here, okay? Again, we're gonna do it technically. My feet come to the mat from here. My hips come off, and I shrimp away, making space. If I have, and again, drilling, it's a simulation. We have to assume If my partner's in front of me, they're not gonna give me all this space. We're gonna assume they're gonna start to close the distance in an effort, establish knee on belly, establish side control, establish their pass. So I need to escape my hips, because oftentimes I'll need that room to then step my top or my left leg here in this instance back to the wall, and we realign, establish our guard. Same thing opposite way, legs go to the side, feet come to the mat, hips come up to lighten, escape my hips back, framing, top leg, contact point with the wall, use that to re-guard. Side, shrimp away, frame, re-guard. Now, if you saw in the last video, we did have the option also is for when our partner initiates their pass and they actually move to the north-south position, where then they're too far away for us to re-guard in that traditional sense, so then we invert and recover our guard from there. So we can do the same, that same drill or that same situation here against the wall. We're just gonna adjust that just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fall. My feet are gonna go to the side. From here, I'm just gonna walk, walk, walk. I'm gonna put myself in the north-south position. From here then, I can frame, my feet are gonna come up, same as the last video. I'm gonna cross my feet, and then we're gonna unwind. And again, we reestablish our guard. My feet fall to the opposite side. Again, from here, I'm gonna walk, walk, walk. Now I'm north-south. Frame off the wall, feet are gonna come up crossed, and we unwind. Rather simple stuff. Another option we have is kind of like a high hip heist or hip switch kind of drill, just good for some basic guard recovery type of motions, okay? So pretty simple. I'm just gonna be parallel with the wall here, okay? My hand, I'm just gonna use this as a frame, as a contact point. And all I wanna do is I'm gonna bring my hips all the way up, and I'm gonna shoot my hips towards the sky. So again, my hips are light, my hips come off the mat, the weight's gonna be on my upper back and my shoulders. I'm gonna use my hand on the wall to transition to the opposite side. So we come up, and we come right back down the other way. Up, down, up, down. Ideally, I don't want my feet to come down and touch the mat, so we kind of keep our core engaged throughout that whole drill. So in that instance, you can do that for reps, 10, 20, 30 reps, whatever you're comfortable with. Or again, set a round timer. You have your phone, put a timer on, 1, 2, 3 minute rounds, make it work for you at home, okay? So our last option, we're gonna look at just some drills to invert. Again, we want to be very comfortable inverting or being upside down, because that's going to help just maintain our guard in a lot of tough situations. And then as you're comfortable being upside down, you're actually going to be able to find that you're able to hunt, triangles, arm bars, omoplatas from that position. A lot of times in those transitions, that's where those attacks are going to become apparent. And the more comfortable you are upside down, the more you're going to see those opportunities and take advantage of them. Also for guys that like to spin underneath and do like Kiss of the Dragon, you guys that like to berimbolo, like it's essential that we're very comfortable getting upside down and being comfortable there, so we can take advantage of some of those more advanced guards. So what we're gonna do is gonna start out just the same. So again, feet are on the wall, comfortable position here. So in this instance, what I want to do, this is just like when I'm doing kind of like that lateral shoulder roll that we showed in the very first fundamental solo drills video. So again, if you haven't seen that, please check it out, because again, a lot of the concepts are going to be consistent here. So my outside leg, outside to you guys, my right leg, I'm going to bring my leg, I'm going to almost put my toes down to help me kind of turn. My inside leg, my left leg, that is going to do a big pendulum to help me invert and get upside down. So we want to do this fast. We're going to try to do it slow just for demonstration purposes. But again, neutral, outside of right foot, toes are down. This leg's going to come around, and we end up in a upside down position. Just as a reference, I can still frame off the wall with my hands. My feet are sticky on the wall. From here, now my right leg is going to open up, and we're going to re-guard. Same thing, right leg here, toes down, left leg, big pendulum over. Notice my reference, hands are to the wall, feet are to the wall. Inside leg then, we unwind. We do the same thing, opposite direction, left toes, or left leg, my toes come down. Now my right leg's gonna do a big pendulum step. Frame, reset. Frame, reset, back the other way. So again, guys, I know this is not ideal. I know we all want to roll and we're all very hungry and thirsty to do that. However, it is what it is. So we have to make best of a rather miserable situation. We're not about that negativity. We're about positivity and good vibes, okay? We have to suffer just to come back stronger. So guys, please be safe, and whatever you do, let's keep on training.